Hey y'all, hey, I am back. It's been a little minute, but I am back, starting where I left off at. Who remember this big 26.5 inch wreath in a quilt form? I had a lot of mesh left over, so I didn't know what to do with it at first, and just came to mind to make a big wreath out of a quilt form with your leftover mesh that you didn't use from previous wreaths. So that's what I am doing. I started with the first layer. Just like I said, this is a 26.5 inch frame. And I think the last time I measured it, it's about 34 inches now. This is going to be one huge wreath. So I pulled out, and it's getting too big for my table too. So we're just gonna have to deal with that. I'm gonna maybe I take this off the wall that I put up here, so it won't eventually knock it down. I'll put it back up there, so I don't want it to interfere with anything, because I was planning to put this in a bag anyway. I just had it hanging. I haven't been on in a while. I think it's last week sometime. Yeah, last Sunday morning, found out my nephew had died. He was only 38 years old. So I just took a little break because I had to, and I was really close to him, and I just put everything aside, and I just didn't feel like coming out here. So today I am going to finish this up. I think this part 2. I think I already posted part 1 of this big wreath. So what I have here is a bunch of more used mesh that I am going to put on the second layer. So what are you gonna need here? You're gonna need your scissors, of course. You're gonna need your wire cutters. You're gonna need some zip ties. And I don't think I'm gonna need any more chenille stems right now. But let's get down here and get started on this. Let me put my gooseneck down. My son broke my really flexible one that I like, so I got to get me another gooseneck, the flexible one. And if you didn't vote already, get out and go and vote. I voted today. I like to early vote. I don't like when the early voting starts out, because the lines just be so long. This is the second week, so I went on the second week. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna go ahead and get some of these fray ends off with my wood burner. Don't try using your wood burner on your plastic mats, because it will burn it up. So I think I do have some more urns back there, since this is so small. Let's go ahead and use that up. It don't matter where you store it at, because I am putting mesh in every little section. I forgot, I think it's like 68 chenille stems I have on here. That's what I'm thinking. I know it's in the 60s, close to it if not. If you go back and look at my earlier video, you'll know exactly how many, because I did mention it, because I counted it right there on camera. So I'm just gonna keep going. And it's be best if you just go and let that mesh drop on the floor. And tie that first part as tight as you can get it. You don't want nothing slipping out on you. And I think 2 would be enough because I'm thinking I might have a 3rd layer. And I will be donating this wreath to the homeless, not the homeless, I mean the senior citizen shelter. And okay, I think I want a 12-inch on the top. I should have referenced my other video. Like I said, it's been about a week since, let's measure 10-inch. Now let's keep going 12-inch because I think I'm going to have some more to put on here. So let's keep that same 12-inch going. And maybe I'll put the 10-inch on top. Okay. So we're just going to keep going, rotating inner, outer. When you're just taking off for such a, a little minute, it is so hard getting back up in here. I had to force myself to come out here today. It is so hard getting back in your workshop. I just been doing a lot of soul searching, laying around, and it's just been kind of stressful. I'm gonna go ahead and get these ends off too. I don't like that fraying period. So let's go ahead and try to lessen the fraying. This thing is so big. It's so big for my table. And it's gonna get even bigger. Okay, that was inner. Let's go outer. And like I said, I'm just twisting it around just only once or twice. I didn't know what to do with all of this mesh, and I didn't want to throw it away. So that's what I decided on. A wreath in a quilt form. You remember your grandmas and them used to make them big, pretty, nice quilts out of anything they can find around the house? And they was beautiful. So right now, I'm just putting it in with a zip tie. I think this is a 6-inch zip tie. It don't have to be very big. And then I'm just gonna cut that excess piece off. Have your handy dandy trash right by you. Now, I do have some more orange back there, but like I said, I'm not trying to go in order. I'm just using what I have right here. Let's go with this buffalo check. Now this buffalo check, the material it's made out, it's made like on the burlap form. So what we're gonna do, because you can't cut it with a wood burner. It's not too bad at fraying either. So we're gonna go and just fold it under a little bit. Gather that section in. And then we're just gonna drop this one. Oh, I hate to mess with this thing. We're just gonna drop this where we left off at. Right in where we left off with that orange. 12 inches. Well, we're still going 12 inches. Okay, so let's go on to the next one. Okay, twist it over. Yeah, let's drop this on the floor. Much more manageable on the floor. Anybody ever had professionals to, no, I need to go down on this one. Professional to come around for Christmas lights time to put lights on their house. I just had a guy come over and give me an estimate. Not give me an estimate, but do all the necessary free estimate thing. He'll be getting back with me on the price. But I was just curious, because I have been seeing some and how very professional and neat looking the lights turn out to be. So I am considering that this year. I know they cost an arm and a leg, but I just want to see. And then they'll put your lights up. They'll come and put them up. They'll come back and take them down. Stored your dimensions and your size in case you want it for the next year. And then I think they'll give you 10 should have asked them about a military discount, come to think of it. And the next year, if you get them again, they'll give you a discount. But they will store your address and everything for the size of your house. And put your lights up for the next year. I know it's gonna be about $3 grand already for the little research I did before I called them. But I just wanted to get a quote. That don't mean I'm getting it. When it's that much of money, you got to do some serious thinking about it. But if anybody ever had that done, tell me about your experience in the comment section. And who did you get to install yours? Because I see they have several installers out there. But some of them is not as professional as others. The ones that be trying to get your business. Man taught me you buy your own lights and this and that kind of stuff, and they come put them up. That didn't sound too professional to me. Yeah, I ain't gonna come over here and jack up my house. And make sure you don't miss one, because it'll be looking uneven. Because I got all color Chanel stems on here too, so all of them are not the same color. So you got to be looking for a different color, inner and outer. And as your mesh get closer to the end, it really rolls up on you pretty bad. So yes, I'm thinking about donating this to a senior citizen home. I even thought about going in there and volunteering, doing something with the seniors. I just love helping people. Did that one come out? Yes, of course it did. It came out. So let's measure this again. I don't know exactly what happened there, but it did pop out. Don't forget to follow, like, and share. Subscribe. Give me that thumbs up. Hit that bell so you know when I'm uploading new videos. Now, I don't think this one's gonna make it to 12 inches. Let's see. If it do, it'll be barely. Just like I said, it'll be barely. Make sure we're not leaving nothing behind. See, I barely had enough. I ain't gonna have too much to cut off. Right where the tape is. Let's see what our X-Acto knife give us a hand. Because it's right there at the end. Let's go ahead and zip tie that. Yeah, I had to push myself out here today. I've been just laying around watching a lot of TV. Some of my favorite shows. Watching them back to back. Like Fear My Neighbor on the ID channel. I think I done seen every episode of that. Now we're gonna grab another one. Let's grab this yellow. Let's see how these ends look. Yeah, they kind of fray. They kind of fray. Want to clear that up. I got to research senior citizens home in my area. I know I done seen a couple around, but I really got to research. And this is what I'm gonna put on this wreath. I gotta fit it on there some type of way. Fate, family, and friends. So I think this is a good accent sign to put on a wreath for a senior citizen home. It's about a 12 by 6, you know. Messing with wreaths a lot, you tend to know the sizes of their accent signs. So it look like it could be a 12 by 6. I am going to put on there somewhere. Maybe a big, nice, pretty bow. And I may try to put this Christmas mesh, since Christmas is coming up, put some Christmas mesh on top, on the top layer. Okay, we left off here, so we're gonna start here with this yellow. Continue on with 12. Make sure it's straight out. It's getting kind of warm in here now. It's nice weather here today. Got a little breeze, not too hot. Actually, the sun, I stood in the voting line. I would say maybe about 15 minutes tops on the outside. Line wasn't extremely long. And the sun felt good. The sun actually felt good. This is gonna be one huge wreath in a quilt form. Don't forget that part. That's the whole idea. And we're gonna go ahead and cut that. Be careful not to cut your good mesh. Bring that underneath. We're gonna secure it. Gotta make sure your zip tie is on the flat side. And pull it tight as you can. My hands got a little lotion on it. So lotion sometimes may stop from you pulling it as tight as you can. Get that excess off. Let me see, what am I not using? I need another plug. I got that plugged up thing. What's that? Light. I don't need that light. had to tell my son to bring me the fan out here. I let my garage down because the sun is a little too warm. Okay, let's go with our burgundy. You know, this burgundy falling too much at the color. That. Let's go with this light green. You have more on it too, and I can go a little ways. You got it plugged up? Yeah, turn it on for me, please. That was quick. Boy, didn't waste no time. Thank you. The fraying on this is not too bad, so I'm gonna bypass the wood burner. Okay, I'm just gonna start where I left off on this yellow. My zip ties for that one? Way under. What are you doing way under there? Scared me for a moment. I thought I didn't have no ends left for that one. Let's let that fall to the floor. And Halloween just snuck up on us. I gotta go out and buy candy. I pass out candy every year. And maybe droves. There's a lot of little kids live in my subdivision. I remember when my boys was young, I used to bring them out. It was so much fun bringing them out, collecting candy. And of course, you know you're going to pick out the good candy, because kids don't really like chocolate anyway. They be liking that sour stuff and suckers and all of that. And I was happy. Shoot, go on, give me that chocolate. Man, I can tear up some chocolate. And believe me, baby, I'm allergic to chocolate. Somebody that loves chocolate so much, but they're allergic to it. It's not a high percentage. Break out with a few pimples and stuff when I eat a whole lot of it. But that's it. It don't break me out in like hives or anything. But I love chocolate. Last year I dressed up like a pirate. This year I think I'm gonna dress as a little bumblebee or something. Y'all see it's coming together, huh? Y'all see the different patterns? It's really coming together. I like to nip these strays in the bud as soon as I see them. Because if you don't, you'll be going over your whole wreath. Before I ship a wreath out, I go over and check my whole wreath before I ship it out anyway. But when I've been stored it, and I see a stray way over here, I'm reaching way over here to get it. And you want to bring it straight out, pull it as tight as you can. Make sure it's all the way to the end. But see how my wreath is way out here? You don't want to do that. You still want to bring it out so you can get the exact measurements. I'm excited to see how this is going to come out. This is my first time doing a wreath in a quilt form. So I'm excited myself to see how this is going to come out when I finish with the whole thing. Maybe I gave somebody else some ideas, because I know I'm not the only one. Because a girl said she crafts also and told me she had some that she wanted to donate to me. And I say, sure. With a frame this big, who knows whether you're going to need any more or not. If you want it to come out really cute. And you can't really stop if it's not cute with your leftover. So you may have to wind up going buying a couple of pieces to make it come out looking really pretty. Like you want to. Because, you know, I ain't going to give them the nursing home or anything. You got to be cute. But I do have some more stashed over there with this. And then I will be on my little merry way. Be not buying over excessively. This is when I first started. I accumulated all of this. Just buying. Every time you see something, you want to make it. And already have stuff to make, but you study buying. So after you graduate a little bit and stuff, you won't be doing it as much. All that excessive buying. You already know what you need. Already know what you're gonna make. Already know how you want it to look. So So this tutorial here is how to make a wreath in a quilt form. Go to my website and subscribe to my website. It don't cost you a thing. It'll just let you know when I am doing a giveaway or a percentage off for my wreaths. You won't be one of the first to know. Whichever one you feel comfortable leaving your phone number or your email. I shout out you a text or an email, let you know what I got going on. My website is VK3 Reefing Things. That's my business name. My URL is myladysworld.com. But if you put VK3 Reefing Things in there, it's going to pop up with a lot of other. It's going to pop up with Yelp, Google, Pinterest, Facebook. But you just see that URL, My Lady's World. That's me. But if VK3 Reefing Thing is going to populate, but you got to choose the one where it's my website. That's the only thing. You just got to choose my website to get on my website. And it'll bring you right there. You just fill out a form and leave your fill out a form with your and leave your email or your phone number. I think it's mainly email though. Most people's use. So that mint green is done. It's all over for that. We ain't gonna try to, wait a minute, we might can get a 12 out of this. Let's see. Yeah, we should be able to get another 12 out of this. It went a good little ways with that one. Now you see it's not uneven. This side is longer. So we're gonna cut it where both sides will be even. Go ahead and nip that in the bud right quick. And we're gonna flip it over. And we're gonna zip tie it from the back. Where's my little short zip ties? These zip ties is only 6 inches. And that's all you need. And cut it a little shorter. Okay. Let's go with this rust. Now, the ends are pretty good on this rust too. Go ahead and let this fall to the floor. And we just gonna put it where we left off at. With that mint green. Some of these Chanel stems are getting pretty short. So who knows, we may have to add some Chanel stems to make it a little bit longer. if we're gonna apply anymore. My sister want a Christmas wreath. She been looking on my website for days, but she can't make up in her mind to choose one. So she told me to choose her one. But if I need your help, and I asked her what kind of Christmas wreath does she like, all kinds. She say just as long as it's Christmas. So if you can, go on my website and help me pick out a Christmas wreath for my sister. VK3 Wreath and Things. Help me pick out. Send me a message and let me know which one you like. So that'll help me. That'll help me to choose one for her. She said it's too many for her to choose from. And I know what she means too. So sometimes when I'm looking at something, trying to decide, sometimes it just have too much to make your decision because you like all of them. So help me out with that. Help me pick a wreath for a Christmas wreath for my sister. She been looking now for over a week. And she just told me yesterday to choose one for her. Because she can't make up in her mind. And I know exactly what she's talking about. So I may need some help from the public on that. Myself. And I told her, I said, I know how picky you is. She said, I know, but can you just help me out there? Help me out with that, please. So I'm asking y'all to help me out with that. Go VK3 Wreath and Things. Help me pick out a Christmas wreath for my sister. I would highly appreciate that. It'll make it so much easier for me. Let's see, can we see some of these have staples and some of them have tape. I think I prefer the one with the tape. Sometimes it's staples. Sometimes that tape be hard to come off. Especially when you get close to the end, because if you wasn't close to the end like this, you can just cut it off. Staples are much easier to get out to me. So let's see, can we do 12 out of this one? Honestly, I forgot which one I started with. I think it's that orange over there. It looked like it have another layer on the back. we go all the way around on this section, we're going to measure. I'm gonna measure this too. It was 34 inches when I put the top layer on it. Let's see how much it's gonna be with this. And sometimes when you lay your mesh on top of each other, it'll pull, and that's what'll bring those fray in. This one is not too bad. We're just gonna put it in where we left off on that rust. And that way, I'm just thinking as I'm going along, because this middle can be closed up a little bit. Either I can put the frame in the middle, or I can stick it on the side. But I might fix it where I can bring it in the middle a little bit, put an extra one row in the middle right there, where you can close up that hole a little bit, where the frame can easily fit a little better up in there. Okay, let's carry on. And I was on the road posting every single day. I just lost all energy and everything to even do or finish up anything. After I heard the news about my nephew, I just lost a son myself 2 years ago, and it just hit me really bad. From my son to my nephew. What in the world is going on? And most young people you hear either that's dying, but not very many. It's more young people's dying now with heart attacks and all kinds of stuff now. And back in the day, it was nothing but the older folks dying with diseases like that. But now it's, what happened? What the world? But now it's just a lot of younger folks. Yes, I am. So my son, he died with COVID. I don't really know what happened with my nephew. But I don't think it was, foul play or anything. But I'm just saying, young people are dying with, old folks. Back in the day, used to call them old folks diseases, but not anymore. They are everybody's diseases. So that just took a lot away. I was on a roll too. I was going live every day, posting every day. And it just make you feel like not wanting to do anything. I had to bring myself out here today. Push myself. I really still didn't feel like it. I went out and voted. Well, I just feel like really coming back home and just getting in the bed and watching TV like I had been doing. And I said, let me get out. I kept looking at this wreath. I said, let me go and finish this wreath up. Some of my followers, they wasn't seeing me, and they was contacting me, making sure I was okay, which I was totally fine. Just when you, something happen in your family, it just be a lot of soul searching to be done. And you just want a peace of mind. You don't even want to worry about nothing. You don't want to talk nothing. My sister told me yesterday, I've been calling and calling and calling you. Where you been at? I said, I've been home. Been resting. I ain't been answering no phone. I ain't been answering no phone at all. It's getting thicker and thicker. But for the ones that's just joining, I am making a wreath in a quilt form. I had leftover mesh when I first started making wreaths. I was just buying, not knowing what in the world I was gonna do. I just, at the time, oh, that color is so beautiful. I just have to have it. Bring it home, sit it on the shelf, and it'll be there for a couple of years. And may use a little piece of it with one thing, and then I won't use it again. It's still sitting on the shelf. So I recently organized everything. It just was a whole bunch of mesh in my way, open, sticking to everything. And I refuse to get rid of it like trash. Nah, because this stuff is expensive. And I didn't want to throw it away. So God sent me that little note and told me to make a wreath in a quilt form. So that's what I'm doing. God gave me that idea. So that's what I'm doing. I thought about all those pieces and stuff my grandmother's. After he brought it to me, after, seeing my grandmother and them, they used to make quilts out of everything. And they be beautiful. I mean, they used to have all kinds of pieces. Old clothes kids then grew out of. Or old clothes you don't wear anymore. And when they put it all together, they used to be beautiful. We used to be fighting over quilts then. Who got the prettiest quilt for their bed. I can barely remember how they used to have that setup though. They used to have some extraordinary setup the way they used to make the quilts and stuff. I'm trying to figure out, it used to be some kind of tall stand they had. I may have to research that. Back in the day, how did they used to quilt? Make their stands for their quilt or whatever. But I remember that I was so little, I can barely remember what kind of stand they had to use for their quilts. My grandmother used to make all our dresses too. She was very good at sewing. Used to keep us in our Sunday's best. I never did get into sewing though. I made one little pillow in home economics. One little pillow. And I don't think it was hooked up right. I don't think the class was long enough to really learn anything. By the time you get in there, it's time to go. And then they had one little teacher trying to help everybody. So that wasn't enough. They needed more than one teacher up in there when you don't know nothing about the issue. And she trying to help every single body. No, you can't help every single body like that. And then she gonna have her picks and chooses anyway. And she gonna run to all the time. I don't even know whether they still have hunger economics. They may call it something else now. Because I know they have girls up in there be doing hair and stuff now. Beauty and barber in the schools now. What else they have? May have medical assistants or something up in there now. I don't know. Alright, that's that. So we're gonna nip that in the bud. What piece we getting now? Let's go knock out this white. You know, I've been looking at it for a little minute. Even the whites are not too bad on the end. We're just gonna put it right in there where we left off with that burgundy. If it's getting too much on it, you have to raise it up, make sure you see that number. I don't even think I have a white on the whole wreath. have some white up in there somewhere, huh? Let's see, can we bring this over? Nah, that ain't gonna be right. I gotta take this out. I missed one. I don't want it to look awkward. Just take that out of there and put it over here. Make sure I didn't miss another one. Okay. That one seemed like it was standing up a little higher. I like to get the exact measurement. Yeah, it was a little too high. You want to make sure you do everything as close as possible before you get too far, because it'll be a headache trying to go back, undo and redo. I may be safer going down up in here with my scissors because I could burn the good mesh. So that's something you want to think about too. Now see, this is on the outside. It'll be safe with the wood burner. Go ahead and do that while we're doing it. Herd those little pieces together so it'll be harder to start fraying. This little piece right here. Let's carry on. You see, I have to raise that mesh up to make sure that I'm in a good spot. I don't want my soda to get hot on me. I usually have it on the rocks, but I was trying to hurry up and get back out here to you guys. I think I have one more on this top layer, on this second layer, I should say. Because I started with that orange right there. is looking kind of awkward. Okay. Just have to make sure. You ain't leaving none of these tails out. And I may have enough to double lap that blue and don't have to get another one to finish that second layer. If they don't take it, I'll take it to any nursing home that will accept this. Most nursing homes, because I have worked at a few nursing homes back in early in the day. Or what that was, the 80s or something, late 80s to early 90s. I worked in nursing home and I loved it. I might go over there because I am a licensed cosmetologist. To see, can I just volunteer to do their hair or something? But I remember this lady, oh, the lady did never want her hair combed. She was so mean. And I was there for a little minute. And I thought she was going to warm up to me. That lady don't warm up to nobody. It was hard combing her hair. And the family members come there and they think you ain't. Well, some of us. I'm not going to say all of them. It's not taking care of their family. That's because some of them won't let you. Some of them won't let you comb their hair. And when they get their hair done, they be so pretty. And you know most old folks anyway, they be having that Indian looking hair. She has this one particular one that used to fight all the time. She has some beautiful hair. Sometimes I wonder about them. Whether they're still here or not. Because that's been like a little minute and they was already old then. So I started overlapping that blue because I started here on this orange. So I'm at the end of the second layer. As you notice now, I am giving this mesh like one twist. It ain't going nowhere because I know I'm going to go with a third layer. And I'm going to need some more Chanel stems. And as you can see, it's getting tougher and tougher. with the thickness. I doubt if we get 24 out of this, but let's see. Oh yeah. Wait a minute, let's see if they got one more over here. All I need is 2. That's all I need is 2. Yep, all I need is 2. Let's see, can we make it? Let's see. That'll be real, real tight. And we don't need to open up another row just for one. So let's see what we can make happen. Let's see what we can make happen here. Yep, we made it happen, y'all. We made it happen. Okay, so actually we had already made it happen with the blue. We didn't have to come all the way up here to the edge. But since we have, let's go ahead and tie that last one or 2 on that row. Let's see what we can do here and secure it because it's pretty short. Pretty short. Pretty short, y'all. Let's see, can we grab this little piece and bring it up? Let my motor skills work pretty good. I always have a problem with my motor skills. I think that's a disability. It really is. I done did so much stuff, traveling around in the military. I am a full-time licensed beautician. I'm a medical assistant. I'm a teacher's aide, amongst a whole lot of other things I done forgot about. But I done been around the world and did a little bit of everything. So y'all, this is the second layer. Let me raise you up a little bit. I hate this gooseneck, y'all, but I got to treat it like a baby because my other one is broke. So this is the second layer. See how thick it's getting now? Look at the thickness. What I'm gonna do, I may go 14-inch in that middle to close it up a little bit. I think I would do that next. Bring it just only on the inner section. Only on the inner section. I have to measure it to make sure I want it to go 14, or do it need to be larger, or can it be smaller? But this is it so far. This is my wreath and a quilt form. This is it, y'all. Now let's go ahead and measure it now. See, it was 34 inches. Let's see what size it is now. Or was it? Oh, so we didn't gain too much, y'all. We didn't gain too much because it's the same. This is about 2 inches. We gained about 2 inches, so it's 36 now. So we're gonna keep going. So, but this is it. This is the second part with 2 layers of mesh. And we're gonna come back. We're gonna do another layer because I got some more mesh back there. So I got 4 up here left. So it's lots in the back. So I'm gonna come back. Thank y'all so much for joining me. See, I went and voted today. So y'all get out and vote. Go cast your vote. It doesn't matter who is your Democrat or Republican. Just get out and vote. That's what I did. The lines is not too long. It's best to go early voting. It's not good in that first week to go early because my husband went early. I didn't want to go. The lines was all wrapped all around the parking lot. Today when I went, I was like the 10th one in line. So I was happy about that. So don't go that first week. Everybody be trying to get that early voting over that first week. But they have 2 weeks to do it. But you got to catch it this week. All right, y'all. I'm going to talk to you later. Don't forget to follow, like, and share, subscribe. Give me that thumbs up. Hit that bell so you know when I'm uploading. Do that for your girl. All right. See you guys later. Good night.